zodiacsigns.com, and today I am speaking to you about Mars through the 12 astrological signs. Before we proceed, let's understand the archetype of Mars. So, Mars is our desire principle, it's what we are attracted to, okay? It's what we really crave, and the Mars sign in a female's chart shows you the kind of lover she's attracted to, and a Mars sign in a male's chart shows you the kind of lover he is. Okay. Now, Mars is also action. Okay, and if you have an afflicted Mars, then it might be that your actions often get foiled, or you're stuck in this vicious cycle of bullshit relationships. Okay, so Mars in Libra. This is definitely not a good position for Mars because Mars cannot make sense of the diplomatic Libra. Okay, another important aspect to consider is that Mars rules Aries, which is the opposite polarity of Libra. Okay, and if a planet rules a particular sign, then in its polarity it is in its fall or detriment. So in Libra, Mars is in his fall. Okay, and this means that the warrior cannot be a warrior in diplomatic Libra. uh, Mars is about individuals, like individualization, but Libra is about partnerships. So how does Mars do understand this partnership? Is not easy to understand. If you have Mars in Libra, you're definitely not going to be vocal about your likes and dislikes in a group of people. You might just be acceptable of uh, people treating you a particular way because you just don't want to confront them. Confrontation is not something that's huge in your life. And if you get a partner who's confrontational, that'll definitely drive you away. Now, Mars in Libra, Mars being the quintessential masculine, and Libra is ruled by Venus again. So this is again the polarity of Mars. So Mars in Libra definitely likes fine things, and definitely is interested in the way a person looks and whether they can set up a perfect story in their mind around them. Because everything happens in their mind. Mars in Libra male need to be visually and intellectually stimulated to truly connect with someone. Okay, and oftentimes they just get stuck because they can't move on. Even if they realize that okay, relationship is not for them, they can't necessarily move on because they've set up a story around this situation and they don't want to leave. So they are your pacifists. They're not your they're not very vocal about injustices also, sadly. So sometimes their opinions can take a back seat just because they want to keep the peace. Libra is about harmony, it's a midpoint in the scale where spirit and matter has a perfect balance. So the perfection of the Libra energy is balance, and Mars really doesn't understand balance because this is about the individual, about my pursuits, my libido, my conquest, and this can be with Libra. It's definitely never going to be just about the conquest. Okay, they need to feel some sort of connection because this is a partnership, even if it's not a deep soul binding connection. They have to some level vibe for Mars and Libra men. They are very intellectual, as I said, and they're gonna create a whole backstory in their own mind, just about you and about how you met and about the situation situations and what's going on. And they're going to fantasize about it, they're going to romanticize about it, uh, and then they may feel let down if it doesn't happen their way, you know. But they won't be vocal about it, they'll be passive aggressive, which can drive somebody crazy. Okay, and Libra will just will talk about everything, but the issue, uh, that's the crisis. Okay, they will never talk about the crisis, they'll never talk about problems. They definitely want you to look your best. Mars and Libra males want their lovers to look their best. Straight out of a runway, a supermodel looks, Venus, right, in her airy vibe. So they prefer slim women, definitely. And women with couture, women with uh, those animal skins. I hope not, because Libras again so into luxury that sometimes you can get there, but hopefully not. Hopefully, the more compassionate side of Libra one. But whatever it is, you get the point that they want their women to look immaculate, like a reflection of Venus. Okay, and they want them to be uh, interesting to talk to as well. It's just not going to be oh, you look a certain way and if you open your mouth and run away. Mars and Libra is not going to fall for that. They definitely want intellectual stimulation. Okay, and they want to have perfect idea of they have this perfect idea of what their mate should be like. Every Venus in Libra, Mars in Libra, they are like, you know, they've seen every single sappy movie out there and, you know, cried their eyes out, and they wanna, you know, a white wedding or wherever they're from culturally, you know, put your own context. Whatever it is that works for them, they want that fairy tale. They want that fairy tale relationship that everyone's gonna say, oh my god, it's like Cinderella. But they want the Cinderella story over and over again. And they, it doesn't have to be really deep, but they are heavy on the show. They want everything to look perfect. Okay, so you may see a lot of Mars and Libra people tweeting or Instagramming or going on Facebook and talking about their relationships and showing you their either their luxury travel trips or this or that, just to, you know, let you know that hey, look, we are perfect, our relationship's perfect, because uh, they are kind of perfect, you know, they're not a hair out of place. Mars in Libra wants not a hair out of place on their women, and Venus in Libra and women are like not a hair is out of place. So that's so interesting, and all they want to do is have a good time, connect with people, and really forge friendships, partnerships. You know, Libra rules interpersonal relationships of all sorts, not just romance. So Mars and Libra will be heavy on their happiness. A lot of it will depend on whether they are hitched or not, and they don't like to be single. Venus in Libra for women, Mars and Libra for men, they don't want to be single. They're ready to go to the club and ready to, you know, have a couple of drinks, connect with some stranger. I'm not saying they're gonna, you know, they're vixens or all sluts who want to have sex, but I'm saying that there's a side to them that wants constant connection. And a lot of Mars and Libra will have to do with validation. Like you have to tell them they look good. You have to please them by telling them that, oh no, no, no. It's because they're very insecure. Mars in Libra is definitely not secure. If we study, say, the archetype of someone who's got Mars in Aries, then you'll see this kind of really, you know, kind of a self-assured energy signature that Aries has, and Mars really thrives there. But Mars here is not sure. So again, that is something that there's quite an amount of ambivalence when it comes to like, okay, am I sure about this and I'm not sure of that. You know, there's just not always the perfect balance that Libra can very well achieve if this whole energy is utilized in the correct way. And they definitely want to go to the operas, want to go to the films, want to go to the festivals, talk about intellectual stuff, and you know, just live that high flying celebrity life. You know, that's perfectly a beautiful evolution in every way. So I hope you like that video as much as I like making it for you. Don't forget to hit the like. Please leave a comment and subscribe. And sharing is caring, so don't forget that. And join me for the next video, which will be Mars in Scorpio. See you.